My name is Gibson, and I'm the creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video. And in this video, I wanted to share something really special and exciting with you today. And it's a clip from a podcast episode I recorded with a wonderful woman by the name of Dr. Nara Simmonds, who's a naturopathic doctor based out of Canada, which is originally where I'm from. And we're going to cover a little bit about health, really targeting like preventative, proactive health measures. I've personally been on a huge health journey the past couple of years, learning about gut health and thyroid health and liver and kidney support and sort of all these really powerful areas of like proactive steps that we can take. So we don't have to deal with different health challenges by the time we see some big red flag or have a problem, but can really take health into our own hands as proactively as possible. So we are going to be hosting Dr. Nara Simmonds as sort of an in-house naturopathic doctor, an expert. She does see patients and clients online, and I'll put her information in the link below. But this is a clip from the podcast episode. And if you want to see the real full episode, you can check out the link below as well for a 7-day free trial to the Personal Development School and find this episode in our webinar library. But this was a really powerful clip, and I'm excited to share it with you. And we're probably going to be doing a monthly, if not even bi-weekly episode for this going forward. So excited you're here. So excited to be sharing this with our channel. And thank you for watching. Trauma, and we have a lot of, painful thoughts and fears. We've got greater cortisol responses and norepinephrine responses, and that can dysregulate our nervous system function. And so I'm curious, do you find a lot of individuals that can be also a proponent or a component of what's taking place? Like maybe their environment's really stressful that they're living in, or what would you say about that?
100%. Absolutely. And one thing that comes to mind right off the top is why some people might be constipated. So, I have patients where it's like, we might, for that particular individual, go through all the usual steps and not see anything budging, right? And sometimes what comes to light later, and this is also another reason why I recommend actually working with somebody, is because people are complex human beings, and it takes time to develop a relationship and trust somebody and maybe feel comfortable to share some of your past traumas, right? And that's not always going to come out on every, first visit for each person, because they might not feel comfortable. And I understand that. And so I think the longer you work with someone, the deeper you get to go, right? And sometimes that ends up being one of the biggest kind of impactors of someone's digestive health or another aspect of their health. But yeah, there can be that sometimes almost it's like a physical holding on, right? Sometimes when people have emotional trauma that they haven't yet resolved, or there is something specific actually connected to when they would try to use the bathroom when they were a child, right? There may be negative memories attached to that, and maybe it is, like you said, it's more about adrenal dysfunction, and we see that that person is always kind of in adrenaline mode, and so the opposite signals are being sent to the body, right? That we are not in parasympathetic mode, which is rest and digest. We're actually in being chased by a bear, and so no, that's not the time to have a bowel movement, right? It's when you're being chased by a bear. And if that's the way you live your life, that you're literally and physically always running, right, then that can be sometimes part of it. So yeah, I'm amazed by the complexity of our body, and sometimes we don't even get the absolute answer, because testing can add up. And, if you wanted to do every test there ever was, right, you could spend a lot of money, right? So sometimes it's actually through trial and error and someone's close observation of themselves, right? And kind of helping them to do that, to figure out, more of a methodical way of observing yourself, right? And while, still I can be the person who rules out these other possibilities, right? And make sure that we're still kind of ticking the boxes of, well, have we looked at all these other possibilities too, and just made sure that they might not also be contributing. And that is another thing, is that so oftentimes it's not just one cause, right? It's like, because our bodies are pretty resilient.
Yeah.
They can actually compensate for a lot. So it is often when there's more than one thing, kind of pushing us in a direction.